Hi there, this is Diego Mijos, and today I'm going to be talking about how to teach writing, okay? I'm going to give you some strategies that you can use before writing, while writing, and the post-writing activities, okay? So let's get started. First of all, we need to let our students know some types of writing that they can write about. First one, we have short essay. It could be with the topic, the advantages and disadvantages of social media. Okay. Number two, we have report. A report about our favorite apps in class, maybe. A review of a movie or a series you like. Informal email, an email to a friend about their weekend could be, right? So they can know how many types of writing they're gonna learn. All right, first, pre-writing strategy. So in this stage, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to share with you 4 different strategies before writing. First one, I think every single teacher has done this activity, has done this, yeah, technique. Brainstorming with a warm up could be, yeah. How are you going to do it? Simple. On the board or a paper, write the main topic. For example, social media, okay? Ask students to shout out ideas, both positive and negative. Write them around the world like a map, okay? Or we can divide the board in two and then students say, you write it down, or maybe students can participate by writing by themselves, okay? So this is a good activity, a good way to start a writing activity and also try to engage the students as much as you can, right? Now, let's continue. Next one, please. We have question prompt. Here, how are you going to do it? Give students a list of simple questions to think about the topic. Yep, I have written 3 different questions, so you can utilize any of them. What do you use social media for? What is your favorite app? Why do you like it? So students can write some ideas, a word, a phrase, or a sentence, and then try to share. Next one, we have use of visual aids. That's very important because some students may not know the word itself, but if they look at picture, of course, they're going to have more ideas. How are you going to do this activity? Basically, show images, chart, or videos related to the topic. For example, show a picture of someone using a phone in different situations, right? And then you can ask, okay, what is this guy using the phone? What is the purpose? What might he be doing or something like that, okay? Then we have organizing with graphic organizers. Yep, this is very important because in writing, I think in every single language we do graphic organizers, so we have an idea what to do. Okay, how are you going to do? Use a Venn diagram for comparing things, a sequence chart for telling a story, or a list for pros and cons. Yep, so it depends which of this idea you are going to develop in the graphic organizer. Now, I'm gonna show you 4 different strategies while writing. So pay attention, please. We can start with this one that says sentence starters and writing frames. How are you gonna work? Provide frames like, I like using because All right, so students can, since the topic is social media, so they can say what do they like it and give reasons, right? Give reasons why they say that. Or maybe we can use this. One advantage is, yeah, one advantage is social media help us to know what's happening around the world, for example. In conclusion, it depends on individuals how they use social media, something like that. But we can guide our students some frames like this. Yep. So it's a good way because they may not know how to start writing a sentence. So if you show these kind of things, they're going to have an idea and the writing is going to be more appropriate. Now we have writing in stages. How? Students write one paragraph at a time. Intro could be the intro, body, or conclusion. After each part, they review or peer check. That's amazing, right? Because different students write different things and they can share, they can, so one student reads and the other check, they can give them feedback among them, okay? Another one that it's good is use word banks, okay? How? Give a list of useful words and expressions for the task. For example, fan, popular, message, connect, learn, boring, dangerous. Okay, so in this way, so the students have more vocabulary about what they're going to be writing. Okay, and also we have peer collaborations, as you say, that the learning happens when collaboration is needed there. Okay, how? Students work in pairs to write together or give feedback. For example, a partner A writes the introduction, partners B writes the body, as I said before, right? So they can write, okay, you're gonna do this part, I'm gonna do the second part. Of course, they might be talking. In this part, interaction is crucial because not one student can write like, okay, I wrote that, I'm gonna write that, but in the end, it doesn't make any sense. That is why interaction is crucial here in order to keep the same meaning, I mean, the same idea of the whole piece of writing. Now we have pause writing strategies. I'm gonna show you four writing strategies. Let's see which one is the first. Okay, checklist for self-correction. This is the last part, the final part of the writing, okay? For example, we can give, as I said, checklist. This is very important for beginners, especially, or maybe intermediate, advanced. It depends how you use it, right? Give a simple checklist. For example, did I use capital letter? For example, the pronoun I, which is very common, that the students make mistakes. Yeah. Did I answer the question? Maybe. Okay, if the question was this, it was answered or not. Did I use linking words and but and also so in order to make the writing flow, Did I write full sentences? Or you can expand this checklist depending on the student's level, but I think this activity is for an A2 level, okay? So this is a good way in order to check, self-correction. Or maybe they can read the checklist and correct by themselves, as it says here, self-correction. Now, peer review with 2 stars and a wish. This is quite exciting, especially for children, because they love drawing. So it's a good idea to peer review in this way. Yeah, partners read each other's writing and give a star. One thing they like it, another good part, And one suggestion for improvement, they can write like a wish, right? So in that way, students may not feel like miserable, they may not feel sad about it. So with drawings, it's like more friendly for them. We can also make a class gallery walk, right? For example, pause writing on the wall. Yeah, once they finish the pieces of writing, you can put it on the wall and students work around, read 3, 4 texts, and leave a stick note with positive comments. So in the end, the teacher, it's gonna count how many stickers you have, sticky notes they have, and then we declare a winner maybe. And all of them would be happy because they feel very proud because when they see that you are reading the task, it's amazing because the students feel very proud on this, okay? And rewriting for improvement. So this is another strategy, okay? So how are you gonna do it? After receiving feedback, students write their text correcting errors and adding ideas. For example, let's suppose that the student gave you the activity, so you read and then you write some things for improvement, and then the same writing the students can write, but they can improve it anyways, no problem. But correcting the mistakes they have done before, they had made before, okay? And that's all about writing. I hope you get some insights about this, some ideas in order to implement in your class. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you in another video.